It worked. It's pretty cool. Finally figured out how to stream to more than one thing at a time. Now I just need to figure out how to have two chats at the same time.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
You think they clone something clueless?
Too bad this Warframe is so annoying. It's pretty funny though, like the Warframe that they released, like the one skill is completely invalidated by the weapon that you get with the Warframe in the pack, if you buy the pack. I didn't, but it's just hilarious that the weapon is radiation based, so they all start fighting each other anyway, and the one is supposed to make enemies fight each other. There's so much they need to change with this Warframe. Like, the idea is really cool, but... And I love how he looks, he's sick. At least with the new helmet, like, or with his separate helmet, the second one, like... I hate how the original one looks, but it's pretty cool otherwise. I love his 2. It's like the best thing about him. I don't even give a shit about his other skills. Everyone's like, oh, the 4 is so good, but it does a lot of damage. It's just not like... It's not Mesa, though. Like, if I wanted to use that, I would just run Mesa. But Phantasma is probably my favorite weapon right now. Like, just... the way that it's not actually my favorite, but like right now it's fun because it's new, it has some cool effects, And apparently you can use your one through walls. Interesting. It's a pretty decent range, I guess, but still. Like, I guess, I wonder how long these last. Not that long, okay. Like, it doesn't even kill them. Like, doesn't even. Huh, that's pretty bad. The only time I can see this one being any good is if you have Mannix around or something, which, ironically enough, is the sortie for today. Till Regor is a complete joke with Mannix killing him. You just turn all the Mannix into thralls and they kill him, like, just nom him down. I don't know if they do all the damage, but you just don't have to worry about him at least. All I did in that entire fight was let the Mannix attack him and my squad killed him, but I still got a decent amount of damage. So I'm pretty sure that they did something. Unless it was just my ulti, but I didn't really use it much. I wonder? Oh yeah, that's a problem. You can kill yourself with self-damage through your own too. That's kind of inconvenient. Like, I mean, I get it. You're supposed to, like, enthrall enemies and shit. And then just make these little flame pillars of them. And then, you know, but what's the point of having them enthralled to begin with then? I don't get it. Why can't you just turn them into flame pillars then? I like the enthrall idea more than the flame pillar idea. I think the flame pillar idea is kind of lame. It feels like they were trying really hard to make a Warframe fit into like a vampire theme to begin with. And then somebody was like all smart on the forums and was like, we need a Kuva Warframe. And then they realized like how similar a Kuva Warframe and a vampiric Warframe would be. And they were like, oh shit, we need to make a different one. So they switched Revenant to like fucking like an Eidolon frame, but they still left some of the vampiric stuff like this. Like, what kind of animation is that? Come on. You're literally just a wall. Like, what is that? And I mean, why would I bother using my one to make a flame pillar if the enemy that turns into a flame pillar is literally just going to, like, everyone around them dies anyway? I don't get it. Sometimes I think people need to like pick up game developers and just shake them really, really hard. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to go with. I think this is maybe more? I guess not. When I don't know what to go for, I just click on whatever everyone else is going for and pray I'm not getting baited. No idea what this is. And then like the other thing is your 2 stuns enemies so they stop moving. So like if you want to get an enemy enthralled and kill them in a good spot, you don't want your 2 to be on. Because at that point, like, they're gonna just, I love this thing for nullifiers, holy shit. At that point, they're just gonna be too far away. Like, if they're shooting you, they're probably not in a location where, like, a lot of enemies are gonna, like, necessarily stop, let's say. They might have gotten behind cover, so they'd follow in a regular path. And that's just how the AI works in this game. Like, it'll try to get behind stuff, whatnot. So, like, this guy is not a good example, but, well, I guess he is. Like, he ran away and he jumped right over here. So, like, the enemies traveling down this pathway are just going to be like, da-da-da-da-da, and that flame won't even do much to them. This is a nice meme, though. Oh my god, that nullifier. And like that guy again, another example, like, yay, I have a heavy gunner. Yay, I have 2 flame pillars, but, I don't know. And then the synergy with this is like overshield, so what the fuck, why would you ever do that? Like, you have to kill your thralls to get like a mediocre amount of overshield, and at the same time it's like, alright, let's see. 800 shield, 875 shield from all 4 thralls, which is the most you can realistically expect to get at one time. So let's see what his base shield is. It doesn't list. Oh, it does. Shield 225, but that's not at max level, unfortunate. Can you kill me? Hit me? Something? They just keep getting stunned, goddamn. Hey, look, he's a thrall now, so useful. Yes, you... Yeah, you're stunned now. Yeah, okay, so my normal shield... Let's see what it is. No, don't shoot me, you assholes. It's gonna be like 500, maybe 600. So let's guess each one of those was like 100 or something. Yeah, okay, not even 100 each. They're like 75 each at most. So, because it was like 875 and I got, oh, they're 50 apiece. That's garbage. That's total garbage. You get 50 overshields for killing an enemy that has your enthrallment on it? Like, what the shit is that? And I don't have a small amount of power strength. I mean, it's not massive, but it kills 120s no problem. So it's like... Ugh. And this thing has no verticality, like the one, no verticality at all. It can like hit maybe down a little bit, but like it can't hit above you at all. Literally cannot do it. And you can't jump while you're in it, so like you have to only go down unless you want to walk upstairs going super slow. The only good thing about it for me is like Arcane Energized can pretty much sustain this infinitely. So I don't ever really have to worry about turning it off if I really don't want to, because the cost is actually fairly cheap. But yeah. Look, a bombard, cool. Big whoop. Welcome to Zero Synergy Warframe. Oh, heal me, yes, do it. Let me spend 50 something energy to heal myself. Or sorry, 116 energy to get 300 HP back. It's pretty good, right? I want to know Riven. With negative zoom, please. This is nice. The fact that you can just like meme the fuck out of like high tier enemies, just turn them off, literally turn them off. Like you could go into the simulacrum and spawn into like a manic against a bunch of butchers and just watch it destroy them. I might do that after this actually. Sounds kind of fun. What's this comp? Oh lord, level Oberon. Oh my god, we are fucked. I don't really feel like carrying right now. Like you can carry a defense with him, it's just like you have to be on point. Cause he's so easy to, like, he just dies to a lot of random bullshit. Like that thing right there just pulled me even though I had my 2 up. Whatever, I guess I'll save it. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with him right now. Or him right now. Or him right now. Okay, cool. Now that that's taken care of. I love this new gun, but oh man, there we go. It's like the Archiplasmor, except reborn. It's probably a man. I don't know if it's better than the Archiplasmor. That it might be. It might be better than the Archiplasmor. I don't really give a shit about Forma blueprints. I guess we're leaving? Whatever.
That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
Probably should have bothered to level that now, but oh well. I wonder if I can actually do the thing. Let's see. Borrow, you shitter, with fucking gremlins. Twin gremlins, good god. It's like a shittier Axolotl. I mean, I should have at least prismed something kind of cool. I love how this thing looks though, like this whole Warframe. I'm using that one thing that came with the Rhino Prime Access, but like I tried to make him look like the Lord of the Rings, like the undead dudes or whatever. A little bit, not super a lot, because that he would have been super bright like that, but like he just kind of lended himself to it, so. Let's see here, what do I want? Let's take those out. Let's just get a bunch of corrupted enemies, like Lancers, sure. Let's get 19. Have I scanned Mannix at all? I forgot. I have, okay. 1 Manic. Simulate. Oh, he's already an enemy. Oh well. Oops. There we go, now I got him. Still though, pretty fucking hilarious that you can take a Manic. He seems to be doing absolutely nothing to them though. Cause armor. Well, he took that guy down. Or maybe that's them doing it to themselves. How come these things are such a pain for, like, players to deal with, but they do absolutely nothing to AI? I don't get it. I mean, I could literally just, like... I don't even have to charge this. Like, if I want to, it's like a 2-hit kill. It's fucking... No, useless Manic is useless. Sad Panda. I wonder if there's anything else you can take. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh, got him. Got him. That's awesome. I think his AI is broken in the simulacrum though. It's kind of always been that way. Is there anything else like complete bullshit level of... Oh, I wonder. I mean... I feel like this shouldn't be a thing. I mean, you can just take a Bursa, like, come here, Bursa, let's be friends. Okay, Warframe. I wonder... This would be very odd. Did I forget to spawn it? I did. That's what happens when you're tired. That's glitchy as fuck, though. It worked, like... It's an ally. Like, fear my army of Bursas and one Vomalist, I guess? Jesus. Alright, what else can you fucking... Yeah, I wonder if you can take over, like, the index enemies. That'd be a bit broken. Here's one of them. Yep. Oh, that's a little bit too perfect in the timing department. That I feel like... Oh, but it has like a reduced duration on him? Okay, I see. And it has like diminishing returns too. You can only do it for like very short periods of time. Interesting. Or is that like an ability he put on me? No, it's not. It's just that dude can only be gotten for a short period of time. Odd. That's supposed to like do a shitload of damage to shields and stuff, but you know, obviously it doesn't. Oh well. So looks like certain enemies, like boss level enemies, have DRs on like the amount of times that you can do that and keep the full duration, or even some duration. I know you can do it to rollers, which is just gorgeous. Yeah, this is actually going to be like the biggest karma ever. Yep, they're broken. God damn it. I wanted 4 rollers to murder a fucking Joker Jester thing. Let's see. Yeah, how about you guys, the Vodnoy boys? Oh, I need more energy. Looks like yeah, but only for a few seconds. Oh no, it's still on him. Maybe it got put back on because he took damage from something. Okay, yeah, it looks like it cuts in half each time and then ends at like 1 or 2 seconds. Lame. So it's basically useless there. Anything else to test it on? I wonder if I take something like a little shield osprey. Will it buff me? Fuck him. Yep, it will. Okay. So it's good to take shield ospreys. That's all I can think of. Oh man, I'm really upset with this whole kit. I doubt an ancient healer would buff you with its stuff. That'd be like super unlikely. I guess I can try it. Yeah, it doesn't. The shieldy boy does, but oh, wait a sec. Okay, so that green aura I had around me was from the shield guy. Lamb. Yeah, the healer does jack shit. And it looks like once I attack him, he becomes hostile too. Interesting. I wonder if I can spawn that in and attack him. Oh, he's not hostile right. Oh, now he's hostile. I can't recast on him. So once they go hostile, they just stay hostile. Lame. Okay, that's all the testing I wanted to do. Gonna stream Dauntless. Not right now, mainly because, oh, and sup, Rex. Not right now because there's nothing for me to do in Dauntless. They just aren't, like, they were supposed to release stuff way earlier and they haven't, so. I'm hoping this week, but, I mean, everyone thought pistols were coming on, like, the 15th of this month, and obviously that didn't happen. And then their quality of life update didn't involve anything that was actually, like, serious quality of life. It was very disappointing. So, yeah, I'm just, like, kind of waiting for them to give themselves enough rope to then hang themselves with. Whatever, I'll just do that, I guess. But yeah, just a bit triggered by, like, the order that they've done things in. Like, they're prioritizing the wrong stuff. They aren't... And this isn't, like, me saying, like... It's not even opinion at this point. It's, like... Yeah. They done fucked up. I think the Dauntless devs done fucked up some stuff. And hopefully they can pull it back, because it looks like a cool game, but... It's just... yeah. It's a beta. People need to be able to play what they want to play and do what they want to do, not have to farm for I don't know how many hours I've put into the damn thing to get some cells that are like marginally good, you know? Like most of the people that I've played with had total garbage cells, didn't have any idea what was going on with cell builds because they couldn't get good cells. I wish this Warframe had an energy battery. It really needs an energy battery. If you don't want to run Arcane Energized, which obviously if you had it you would, like I'm using it, but this is like a noob like level Warframe, like you can get it like really early and it doesn't have an energy battery and you can't use Hunter's Adrenaline with it. So, because you'll die. So it's like, or you just won't get energy if you don't die because, yeah, this is pretty cancer. I honestly think this Warframe is like probably the worst collection of synergies that they've ever had in a release. I think they were trying not to release something overpowered. Like, you can see, like, they tried really hard to make it, like, somehow balanced. But it was, like, halfway between a Vampire Warframe and an Eidolon Warframe, and they just messed up. Oh. Hello. Some friends and I used to kind of play this game where like Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I have tried it and I can't play it because like I don't have a controller and the mouse movement is pure cancer. Like it's literally trying to. There's an insane amount of input lag with the mouse, and it's trying to like artificially emulate a joystick with your mouse. So. Like, if you try to move too fast, like if you try to spin a 180 with your mouse, it does this like weird smoothing thing where it caps your movement after like the first couple inches of screen movement or whatever, you know, like certain, like however many degrees of your FOV that you turned around, that gets capped, and then it's this super slow turn after that. So if you're trying to do things like aim, like as an FPS player, if I try to like aim fast at something, it just doesn't aim. It actually just doesn't do it. It just, yeah, it's pretty AIDS. So I'm waiting until they fix it. Supposedly the devs released a thing that they would, but I don't want to play the game until then because it won't be any fun for me, and I don't have a controller and I can't afford one right now. So, and I also hate controllers with a passion. Like the feel of them, it's just so. I'm used to being able to like shoot something in the head, you know. And controllers without artificial aim are pretty ass for doing that unless you're pre-aiming pretty hard. And I hate artificial aim or aim assist in controllers because it's like rarely accurate. And yeah, ironically enough, Warframe used to have it for controllers, and you could plug in a 360 controller or whatever and turn on aim assist and use your mouse and keyboard with aim assist because you had a controller plugged in. Nice meme. Yeah, the textures looked pretty fucking cancer. I hated how they looked when I first saw them. Like, I think I even said something to the effect of like, I don't like the aesthetic of the game. It just is not appealing to me. And I stand by that, but people say it's a good game, so I'll give it a shot if they fix that kind of stuff. But right now, I feel like it's a little bit dead on arrival as far as I'm concerned. Like, other people say that they love it. I just can't. It looks like I'm playing Ark Survival, except it's not open world. So at least I don't think it is, right? So like that should say something. Because those graphics are pretty ass. But at least art can look good if you know what you're doing. Like this game, I think Ozzy went in there and like messed with a bunch of the settings and stuff, and he made his look okay. And there are ways to force FOVs and whatnot in games, but because of how the game is written, it's not an American company, I don't believe, so it's really hard for somebody to go in and mess with the files. Because I think the engine is like really different from what people are used to and stuff. Like if it was an Unreal game like Dauntless, like I just went in there the first, whatever, like day that I had access to the game and actually felt like playing it for an extended period and just reworked all the graphics and everything by hand in the files, and it was fine. And it looked like ass when I first loaded in. I couldn't play it, but yeah, Monster Hunter just, I don't know, feels lame, don't like. Maybe if my mouse worked with it properly. That animation is so long. And it's like natural talent is pointless for anything else on him, so why would you ever use it except to make the 2 better? And natural talent is... I honestly feel like natural talent shouldn't even be a mod. I think the fact that you need a mod to make animations less cancerous is disgusting and obsolete. Like, they should just reduce animation timers so people don't have to deal with that kind of shit. But, whatever. Then people would still be complaining and like, where's my natural talent? Like even if DE took natural talent's cast times for every single ability in the game and just changed the default cast times to that, people would still be complaining if they took natural talent out after that. Like, they would, but I'd prefer if they just did that, because taking a year to use an ability is disgusting, especially a survival one. And I should not have to put on a mod to make it like somewhat bearable. It doesn't go through walls. Man, when I saw Revenant, like that the name was Revenant and he was like green and shit, this is the first thing that came to my mind. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll find a picture. Here we go. This right here. This shit. First thing that popped into my head. This picture. I was like, fuck yeah. It's happening. And then, no. They destroyed my dreams. Like, I mean, he's decent at staying alive. I still have 2 stacks of this damn armor, and I've been running around like an idiot, not even paying attention and alt-tabbed. Like, he does stay alive well. I mean, he can block damage from a full, like, almost quarter of the map, a quarter of the enemies on a map at any given time. He can just nullify their damage, or more than that, depending on what your power strength is. I don't even know if a nullifier can shoot him without getting stunned, actually. I'll have to test that, maybe. But if you only can have, like, let's say 40 to 50 enemies on a map at any given time, that's kind of how Warframe spawns work. It doesn't go much higher than that, ever, I don't think. Not counting things like maggots and, like, enemies that spawn other enemies. Like the cat dudes and, boilers and stuff, or brood mothers, but... I think you'd only have like 40 or 50 models at any given time, so if you can block, I think Brozyme had a build where he was blocking like 13 hits, and then he thought it was terrible, but like that the ability was pretty bad because it doesn't have gating, which it doesn't need, but if you're blocking like 13, 14 hits, you're blocking over a quarter, probably a third of the enemies at any given time. So if there's 4 Revenants, let's say, they could actually run around a map recasting their 2 and never take damage. They would be functionally immortal. You might only, depending on the nullifiers. Otherwise, your squad would never die. You would actually be unkillable. And I'm pretty sure DE has not figured that one out yet. Because yeah, if you literally just had 4 Revenants spamming 2 with power strength builds, that you cannot die. Because you're disabling an enemy, which then cannot pop one of your allies' things. So each stack that you have is a different enemy disabled, which means that collectively you could disable 52 enemies with just 12 stacks each, I believe. Or no, that would be 13 stacks, my bad. Yeah, with 13 stacks each, you could disable 52 enemies across the whole map continuously if you had 4 Revenants. And I'm pretty sure there's not a game mode in the game that would require more than that. Like ESO, I think only goes up to 40 something. I've never seen 50 before. And this is, of course, from Saren stacking. I can tell how many infected I have. So I know for a fact that, like, in ESO, I've never gotten over 50 or over 40 something infected. I think 48 was the highest. So I'm guessing there's not more than 50. And other maps like this generally have about the same amount. And this is like the most condensed it'll ever get. Be a pretty nice meme to just do this in an endless mission. Like 4 Revenants doing nothing but just pressing 2 and running around like idiots. I guess I'll take that one. I don't know which one's worth more ducats, so I don't really care. Kind of tempted to try that now. Just go Revenant and like get some friends to do it and run around the fucking map pressing 2. Just to see how broken it is. I'm 99% sure that you would literally be immortal. Because even if a nullifier shoots you, it might not get stunned, but it's still not going to deal damage to you. So, like, all it does is just deplete some stacks before you shoot it, and then you just restack. And even though, like, the animation is super long, you can still use your 3, like, to get the hell out, right? I mean, this is a pretty long travel distance. You're going to be safe. I probably shouldn't be spreading cheese, but I think it'd be amazingly hilarious if this happened. Like, if it was a thing people just started doing. That's the reason why they had to cut the number of thralls that you could have, by the way, because if you had 20 thralls for each Revenant, that means that you had, like, let's say 50 enemies at any given time, and every Revenant had 20 thralls. That means that you would have 130 models on the map at any given time, and only 50 of them would be enemies. So you would basically be able to just AFK a mission. Because it would just spread like a Saren ulti, basically, or a Saren 1, basically. You just put your 1 on like 20 enemies and then AFK, because they would just keep spreading it forever. Like, if 1 died, it would just spread it to, like, it would have spread it already, so it wouldn't matter. Like, the other ones would spread, basically, and take that, like, replace it. Where it is right now, like, the enemies don't do enough damage to each other when you have your 1 on them to spread it, like, to kill each other. Like, so, like, they can spread and then they just do nothing after that and just basically act as CC. I wish you could float with this 3. That'd be really sick. Like, I still have not lost my original 9 stacks, I don't think. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I haven't had to recast my 2 yet. Oh, there it goes. Wonder if that was my last Null former or not. Who knows? Might be done with it. That would be nice for sure. Well, unless I get a Riven, which I would love to do. I have too many Rivens though. I'm getting greedy. No Riven, Lens Riven. I don't know what else I would want. Might work on it eventually, but... I just don't see the point in using my 1 at all right now, because all it does is create that little flame thing on the ground, and it's like, my gun does more damage than that, so what's the point? It's like a shitty version of Nej's little fire sprint. So, I mean, I guess it might do more damage, but it's still... Actually, I don't think it does. I've seen Nej's just clear this kind of shit with that fire ability, the firewalk. Still 9. It's also very aggravating that you're not status immune when you have this on, so you might be immune to damage, but like if somebody knocks you down, you still get knocked down, even though technically you blocked the entire hit, so it's just like, what the fuck? Noxes are one time when I'm very happy to have a 1 though, like that specific ability. I can just ignore them, they don't do anything. Huh, interesting. I went into a nullifier bubble, didn't lose any of my stacks. That's probably not intended. Oh, fuck that. Whatever. This also gives me all his dogs when he decides to summon them, which is kind of cool. Or cats, I mean. All his cats. I apologize. Anything? Oh no, they're dead. Okay. I do love how he looks though. I don't know why everyone hates him. Hello, Tiburon. Streza. Meh. Are these the same thing? Oh no, one's not radiant. Derp. Also, it really bugs me, but there's an empty 4th hole on the bottom of all these relics. Like, there's 3 for radiant, and then like there's another like circle where it can light up, but it doesn't go above 3. So I'm pretty sure that they're intending to add a 4th at some point, or they were intending to, and they never fixed the image of the thing. But OCD dislikes strongly. I wonder if fire rate would be fine on this. Oh, no. No, thank you. Bye, Nox. Thank you for helping. Nope, screw you, Catman. Don't want to deal with you either. Nope, no thank you, Mr. Nox. By the way, I can only have 4 of those, right? And I literally have just been putting it on tanky enemies, which means the enemies I've been putting it on aren't even bothering to turn things. They're just doing nothing. They're literally not, like, effective in any way. I would have expected to at least, like, not be able to turn something after I turned 3 dudes, you know? This Nox is just like, dude, I'm helping. What are you doing? Don't kill me. I've gotten hit one time since that last recast. That's disgusting. Geometry punch through would be hilarious on this gun, on the primary. Oh, no. Not dealing with it. Yeah, I guess this Warframe is really like a lot tankier than people give it credit for. Or my movement is just ridiculous. I don't even know. It's not, so I'm not sure what's going on. I should be taking many more hits, I should say. Infinite enemy punch through is nice. Check my Discord. Oh yeah, sure, hop on. My Discord is like all silent for some reason. Oh shit. Ah, parkour fail. That's my name in Warframe, in the bottom left, or I'll type it to you. I'll dip after this next thing at 15 or whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing. If there's something you want to do, we can just do it, because, yeah. Honestly, if I could just do whatever I wanted in Warframe and have it be, like, productive, I would fish non-stop. That's all I would ever do. You're lame. Reinstall it. It's good. This is the one game I've been, like, never quit. Well, CS, I guess, as well, but, like, CSGO and Warframe, like, I could probably say I've quit CSGO because I don't play it, like, when I play a game and actually play it, like, I try to just get everything I want in the game or be, like, as good as possible or whatever, and I don't do that in CS anymore. I just try to be, like, alright and fuck around and have fun, as opposed to, like, trying to, like, keep a very high level of skill and be super consistent and play in, like, high level ESEA and shit. But, like, this is probably the one game that I've actually just kind of been the same, like, with forever, since I was, I want to say 16. I've been playing. No, it can't have been out that long. No way it's been out that long. No way. There's no way this game's been out. Holy shit. Hold on 1 second. Holy fuck. I was... October... Okay, so 2012. So I was 18? No, 17. When they started the closed beta. 6 days away from being 18. So yeah, 17. Huh, wow. That's crazy. Oh. Sup, guys? Sorry I didn't see all that. Oh yeah, no problem, Turtle. Oh, 5. Yeah, I guess with a disposition they would, but that kind of triggers me actually hearing that. I won't lie. I don't... I mean, that dispo is going to change though, dude. Like, you know it's got to change.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Like, either that or they need to get their heads out of their asses and make dispos for primes and non-primes different. But I don't think they'll do that for some time. Because, for instance, like the Tiburon Prime, I know that dispo is getting lowered, but the Tiburon itself still needs help. So it's kind of like you have this one gun that's decent with Rivens, and then you have this one gun that's god tier with Rivens. And they use the same Rivens. So what do you do with it, you know? Oh, dude, it's been a long ass time. I think wasn't it that update with all the weapons and shit that they did? Like when they buffed all the stuff up and whatnot. They're doing another pass when they released Melee 3.0, but they're just doing melee weapons, I think. So current dispos might not change at all. Who really knows? This is where the Phantasma is not great, when you have one just beefy fucking enemy. It's kind of hilarious that this one ability, like, this is actually performing better than Iron Skin, in my opinion. And everyone's hating on this ability like it's the worst thing in his kit, and it's probably, like, actually the best thing in his kit. I could probably take this into a Kuva Flood and do just fine without even bothering to have any survival. I mean, look at this bullshit. Oh, okay, it did cancel. Alright, I thought it might not. Earlier I ran through a nullifier, but I guess it was just interp. You still take status, but it's... I don't know, it feels delayed. I was running through radiation hazards in the sortie without having to, like, get procced. It was really weird. Either it was just lag to host, or it was like something with the ability. I'm not too familiar with how lag affects the radiation hazards, so I can't say for sure. Yeah, and if you look at like Brozyme and shit, like his video about it, he's bitching about how it doesn't have gating and stuff, but it doesn't need gating, dude. Like, it's very strong. Like, it's the only thing about this Warframe that doesn't seem like garbage. Like, the synergy that it has, if the one was actually useful, is good. it has a good synergy, like it's somewhat thought out. But like the 4, the 4 is a good ability, you know, relative to some things. But the synergy is cancer. And then on top of that, the 3 is just, again, it's a decent ability, but the synergy is terrible. Like, why on earth would you ever want health or shields on this Warframe? Because your survival does not rely on either of those two things. And for some reason, everything that you have is linked to them in all of your abilities except your 1, or actually just your 2 isn't. Because even your 1 with your ultimate gives you overshields. Mind-blowing that they've done it that way. To me, it just feels really lazy. Like if your 3 gave you more stacks of your 2 when you went through an enemy or like an enthralled person, that would be better. Or if like your 4 dropped a stack of your 2 when you killed a thrall, that would be good. And then like the fact that you can't toggle thralls on and off because like, and you can only have 4, you know? So why the fuck? Like, it's just, the only thing I ever use it for is to, if there's like a Nox or like something I just don't want to deal with, I'll enthrall it and then just leave it alone. It could really take advantage of it. No, Cecil, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it, but there's a literal god tier exploit with this 1 or this 2 right now that people just haven't considered yet. I'm sure you're aware of like how they limit the number of enemy models on the map at any given time, right? So there's usually no more than 40 or 50 enemies on the map at one time. And let's say 10% of them are melee enemies, and then another, let's say 5% are non-combatant enemies. So like drones, for instance, right? So let's say you've got, I don't know, 37 to 43 enemies on the map at any given time. You can get your 2 up to 13 stacks. If you have 4 Revenants, that's 52 stacks. You can literally Q spam your way with 4 Revenants through any mission and be functionally immortal. Nothing can hurt you. Except like dot ticks and shit. If you have 4 people playing Revenant and you have high power strength builds, you're literally more immortal than Wukong. Because even if you're hit by an automatic weapon with Revenant, it like interrupts and only the first bullet hits you and you just lose 1 stack. So it doesn't matter that it's an automatic weapon and it shot 5 bullets your way. It only takes 1 stack from you, which means like you can get hit by 8 heavy gunners and all of them will get stunned. It's insanely powerful. And I don't think DE as a whole is bad at making synergy. I think that certain, like, you heard how they kind of do it, right? Like they give like one, like they have a lot of people that are doing it at once, like kind of giving input to a Warframe generally. But a lot of times a Warframe is like one person's baby. Like there's that guy Pablo or whatever, I think, that was responsible for, what was it, Nidus and the Saren rework, for instance. And then they have other people doing other reworks and Warframes and, you know, concepts. So like, I think what happened with this was they had like that vampire concept and then they decided to do an Eidolon one instead, and they left in too many of the vampire aspects, and because they were in like a panic to rework it and like make it, like to push it out, the vampire shit that got left in, like the shield stealing and the health stealing, just stayed there and they never bothered to fix it or something, or to synergize it. I think the original kit might have been synergized, but the new one isn't. Yeah. Although I can't blame Pablo for this, but I will say Harrow has, in my opinion, some shitty ass synergies because shields are so ass in this game right now. if shields benefited from armor in any way, or if shield gating was removed, Harrow would be amazing. But because it's still in the game, Harrow is only ever used for niche things. Even though he has a lot of niche uses, he's not like a good all-around frame. At least that's my opinion on him. Like, you can take him anywhere and he'll be useful, but he's not like... He just feels a little clunky. It feels like you're building for one thing or the other, or whatever, because his shields are just... It's so useless to have shields to begin with. Like, he literally has to use shields as a removable resource. That's how, like, negligible their impact on gameplay is right now. I'm pretty sure Pablo did Saren Prime. Didn't, or I mean, not Saren, just Saren, the rework. But he pretty much remade the entire Warframe when he did that, to be fair. He kept the same abilities and stuff, but he totally just redid everything that they do. That's true, I suppose. Saren does have good team synergy. Nidus does have good team synergy too with his AoEs and stuff. But yeah, Harrow is definitely more of a solo frame. Like, he can help a team with his ulti and whatnot. Like, he's not bad in a team. It's just, he's still clunky, you know? Like, the fact that shields are so garbage makes every shield-related ability super clunky feeling. Also, I just realized, I'm pretty sure if I let something shoot me and it gets stunned, it's open to finishers. This guy could be pretty beastly with melee. I guess I'll pull out my meme melee. There, shoot me, shoot me. Yeah, no, maybe? Wow, this is laggy. Am I just immortal? Okay, there, that got somebody. It tried to go into an animation there, but he got corrupted. So, I'm pretty sure that it does open enemies to finishers. So, this dude in melee is going to be pretty fun. If they don't totally fuck Melee 3.0 up, which seems like perhaps they may. It seems like Warframe goes through phases of, like, they release good stuff and then they release shit stuff. It's like they feel bad because they're not listening to Bob's ideas, even though they're garbage, so they let Bob do some things, and then it just goes about as badly as you could expect. Bob just being like random employee A, B, C, D, whatever. Oh, did they change Saren or what? Because it used to be if you had two Sarens, it was better. You could actually, like, you could propagate each other's spores after the update. I don't know if they fixed it. Maybe they did. Like, your individual performance might be worse, but, like, you'll have less kills, but your spore count goes up like crazy. It's insane how high you can get. Like, two Sarens in ESO, a friend and I did it, and we got up, like, pretty high without even bothering to do anything but press 1 every, like, probably 30 or 40 seconds. We literally just AFK'd. Like, actually AFK'd through some of the waves. Ah, interesting, okay. That's definitely different then. I kind of had a feeling it was going to get changed because it was pretty OP, but oh well. I feel like the Exodias are going to be real fun, like the Plague Exodias, when melee 3.0 drops because of the jump attack, the directional stuff. How do I have 10 stacks? My ability strength can't even... Do I have a... Oh, Equinox buff. That's why. Okay, so he gave me more stacks. That's interesting. So I guess with growing power, you could theoretically get more stacks? Hmm.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
But yeah, I hope they rework this thing like next week, because this Warframe makes me sad. Have you played it yet?
Leave now or continue fighting.
I think I'm done with my Nell now.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Yay! Who knows? Maybe I'll need another one. Working on the pieces? Gotcha. I just sold some of my backstock and random prime mods that I have. And rushed everything because lazy and I hate waiting. Where were all the mods I put on you? Is your status AIDS? I forgot what this thing's passive even does. Critical damage. Okay. So that status at 13 is a base of 5. Good lord, no thank you. Okay. Not gonna build for that then, am I? I guess I could put Gunslinger on there. And then just fit corrosive. Maybe that's what I'll do. I could just do heated charge instead. Wow, I'm gonna need more Forma. Holy shit. I feel like fire rate is good on this because it lets me refresh headshots really fast and the buff is time limited. So I'll keep that, and then I'll do, wow, I'm gonna need another Forma. It's gonna bring me up to 11. I need like, Jesus, 4 Forma total, maybe 5? Yeah, sure. I'll just do this, I guess. I hate Augur Pact, generally. Maradetron, yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, Augur Pact annoys me because it also buffs the base IPS, so... And the base IPS on this weapon is ass. So I'm probably going to end up, like, putting in fire rate just to give it like more headshot refreshes, so I can, if I miss a shot, I can still get another one off before it consumes my bullet. And then that's just quality of life. If I was doing super high level content, I probably wouldn't do that, but even with like level 200 enemies, it probably will still perform fine with Gunslinger. And then I'll put on like the 90% elementals or something. And that way my corrosive should pass up my other IPSs. But if I ran Augur Pact, it would bring my impact and my puncture up higher as well, and then that, because these are weighted I think 4 times more than elementals, I would actually be proccing them much more. Like I would almost never get a corrosive proc, which is super unfortunate. Like I can actually check right now and see how much I would be getting. Yeah, so if I do that, I'm at 500 corrosive, which means I'm proccing puncture at about the same rate that I'm proccing corrosive, and I'm proccing impact just a little bit less than I'm proccing corrosive probably. And so that means corrosive is like gonna be, including slash, less than 30% of my overall procs in all likelihood. But if I take this out, then we're looking at something much different. Like, it's not a huge boost, but it still gives me like a higher percentage corrosive than it would with Pact. Yeah, I hate hydraulic crosshair. I don't know why. I just hate mods that like, I mean, obviously I hate it. I have 17 of them and never leveled one. But I hate mods that force me to zoom in, I guess. It's personal preference. I'm not saying they're bad mods. Like, I don't even think I have an Argon scope. I don't. Or maiming strike. I don't. I sold like 18 Argon scopes or some shit and like 12 maiming strikes. But I just don't like the mods, so I never bothered with them myself, like to use them and whatnot. What was I missing again? They're probably at the end. Yeah. Hornet strike, please. Oh fuck, wrong button. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty like picky about like how the game feels for me when I play it. It's hard to explain. Like I have to use weapons that look like they fit with the Warframe I'm using. Like I'm like super OCD about all of it. Time to go meme in ESO, I guess. Easy Nell levels, please. Exactly, dude. Like, I will seriously not give a shit about what weapons I have if they're actually good or not, as long as they look good on the Warframe. Okay, now I need to see, do I keep this? Probably no. Nope. Oh well. I'm just gonna run around like an idiot. By the way, if anybody didn't know, you can break those with electric damage, those giant blue things. Like the weird black holes that suck you in and steal your energy. These, yeah, they break with electric damage. So like Volt can just break them with his 1, or like maybe his 4 even, I don't know. But like the Lanka without mods just breaks it really fast as well. Things like that. You can break it with amps, really? Interesting. Did not know that. Oh, wow. That makes it easy. Not that I'm actually going to ever bother doing it, because I found out when I was leveling my Lanka and had nothing better to do than shoot at the giant blue circles with my hipfire, which is drastically inaccurate. Oh, fuck it. It's kind of fun. But, yeah. Depending on the Warframe I'm playing, it's really aggravating to have to deal with them. Like Valkyr, it's not fun, because they just suck you in. Oops. Ability in use. Apparently I'm using my 2. And it wasn't even showing up. That's weird. Oh, come on. Totally a headshot. Okay, I don't know how that was a headshot. Who knew boilers had heads? Whatever. I mean, I know everything probably has a head hitbox, but... I know Moas have one like right in the middle. It's really weird. Oops. Oh my god, there we go. Thank you. Ah! Meh, that's pretty slow. I don't think my booster ran out. And cool as Grenier. I don't have to be question marking if I hit heads or not. Oh no! I hate that you can get CC'd with your 2 on. Oh man. The skill is so useful. I can totally do things that other Warframes can do not as well as they can do them. Oh my. How am I ever going to deal with all this damage output I'm doing? A whole 16%. Oh wow, that did not interrupt my cast apparently. Cool. Actually, I should not be doing this. My Nell is going to level much slower. Pretty sure Nell mods are pretty expensive. I think it's like a 2.8 base crit. Or no, it's not. That's with mods, it's 2.8 crit damage. That means it's pretty cancer without them. I wonder how it stacks if it's additive or multiplicative, the passive thing. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. That means that getting crit damage on the Nell would be bad. With Riven, anyway. So crit chance is what you want to know, or crit chance multi-shot damage and a negative of some sort? Negative zoom would be really sick. It's probably like a 20k rune right there though, to be fair. Oops. Not 20k, but people would try to sell it for 20k. Oh, what? Oh, come on, okay. You literally shoot the head hanging off of the charger, and it doesn't give you a headshot. It's legendary. Oh. Charger, why? It's depressing that Harrow is like... Or I mean, I should say the headshots are like... The Harrow is so reliant on headshots when headshots are so cancer against infested. Like, not a headshot? Excuse me? Not a headshot, apparently. Man, this is lag. Lag. I'm blaming lag. I missed my lethal torrent. That right there is the head on those things. Ugh, so tiny. Null 27. Hipfire, so accurate. Like, that is the head. That's where I shot. Sad panda. I'm getting infuriated for no reason. Oops. Got it back. $28 now. Oop. Hashtag buff Revenant. Please don't be newest Wukong. Won't lie, the reason I keep checking this is because I don't want to have to use it anymore. I like the gun, but I hate it against anything that is not Grineer. Except, I hate it against rollers as well. How are you supposed to find the heads on those things? Like, what do you do? What... Like, I mean, I understand that there's probably more than one enemy around. You don't have to headshot the roller to get your buff, but it's kind of a matter of principle, right? Like, what could possibly possess me to shoot the roller for the headshot? I don't know. It's aggravating that it can't be done, so I keep trying to do it. And then... Oops. I was moving my phone. Lol. Do you think that I enjoy the suffering? Irrelevant. Okay, null is done. Now I just have to hope we fail early so I can leave. Oh yeah, another beautiful synergy with this weapon, or with this Warframe. When you take damage in your ultimate, that damage increases your ultimate's damage. Except your 2 prevents you from taking damage. And if the enemies get past your 2, you're fucked. Congratulations. If you try to take advantage of that one little effect of your ultimate, you will die. That's what they were thinking when they made this Warframe. Noob bait. And like, this is what new players are going to end up with too, because it's fucking early on in planes. Like, how is a new player going to know not to take advantage of that? Like, if you tried to actually make use of that ability for your ultimate in low level, why would you bother? Because they're going to die in one hit anyway. If you try to make use of it in high level, you're going to get one shot. So it's not like you have enough armor to stay alive. It's not like you have, you know, massive amounts of HP. Shield is terrible. So some newbie is going to see that he should be taking damage, never use his 2, try to use his ultimate for maximum damage output and get fucked. That's literally what's going to, like, I'm just going to call it. And the fact that you cannot go up things very easily with this, oh my god. Not ergonomic. Beast would never claim that this is ergonomic. Nobody's gonna get that reference, but that's okay. And I cannot go in. I'm gonna spin in circles. Yay! I wonder how high up this beam actually goes. Oh, not that high. Oh well. It'd be pretty funny if it was like this massive beacon everyone could see on the plains of Eidolon or something. And done. I know I'm gonna have to put more form into you, you little piece of shit gun, but I don't want to do it right now. What time is it? Oh shit, my puppy's gonna wake up and whine at me soon. What? Hold on. What am I adding? Another V. Okay. That's Lethal Torrent right there. Or one of the primes if I ever bother maxing them, but I'm lazy. Can I fit? I can. Look at that. And then I need another. See if I do a dash, it'll cost 6. I'll just say 5. If I do another V, it'll save. Okay, so I'll just do another V. And that'll give me 5 more. Which means I'll be at 6 here. Or no, I'll be at, because I'm at 18 right now. 24, 25. So I'd be at 30 here. So then that's 22, so I'd have room for 8. So I'll need one more form after this to be finished. Lame. Very lame. Oh, that plasma sword blueprint though. Sexy. None of this shit. I guess I'm gonna go to bed. I will be streaming again tomorrow, though, I guess. I'll just be streaming Warframe or something until Dauntless gets its shit together. Fun, fun. Peace out.